This is the new Wind1 e-bike for anyone that wants to take their e-bike adventures to the next level. The reason for that is because this is actually capable of doing some off-road adventuring. Hence the name, the Wind1 E2 Fat Tire Off-Road Adventurer. Now a debate between me and my wife, is it the Wind1 or the Windone?
I said Windone.
Windone! Let us know in the comments, what do you guys think? Now,
I always get the pronunciations wrong. Always. We know who's right.
So the reason we picked this up is because I started off my electric bike adventures with a very cool bike. It's eventually going to make it to the channel, but it's very basic. Then you guys recently saw a scooter make its way to the channel, and we have had so much fun with that. We've already logged close to 200 miles on it. That's because we have fun on it as a family, but I also do errand running. Like some of the stuff that I've 3D printed on the channel lately, it gets thrown in the back basket and I ride that to our local post office. It's a really great errand running scooter, but it maxes out at like 12 to 15 miles an hour, and I needed something a little bit more powerful than an advanced granny scooter, basically. So this guy steps in and it delivers exactly what I wanted. The main thing for me though is that I'm 6'4". That's how tall I am. I'm a tall guy and I weigh close to 200 pounds. This thing needs to have enough power to move me around, and it does. It pushes close to 30 miles an hour. It actually boasts on their website 20 mile an hour, but I definitely push closer to 28, 29 with just the throttle. It's all terrain too, so even in this thick, wet, muddy grass, I'm still able to get around, and I could go much faster through it, but I just didn't want to throw water all over myself. It's a 750 watt powered bike. They boast up to 46.5 miles of distance. Honestly, I feel like that's pretty accurate because I don't feel like I have to charge this nearly as often as I do the scooter. Now the cool thing about this bike is when it came out, it was actually close to $2,000, right at $1,900, and it's on sale. So if you use our link in the description box, you can pick it up for under $1,000. Personally, I love that it has rear and front disc brakes. They're oil-filled lines, so you need to maintain appropriate levels. When I first got mine, I did lose a few drops of oil while I was setting it up on the front brake, so they are not as effective as the back brake. I need to add mineral oil so the front brake will work a little better. Now, one thing that I noticed on this bike is it gets a ton of compliments. Anytime I'm riding it around, whether I'm by myself or with the family, people always say that is so cool. Even if you guys don't think I look super cool on it, the bike itself is very cool. I love the large bench seat because with helmets and safety and stuff, of course, if you have multiple people on there, your kids or something, 2 people can easily sit on there, and the shocks glide over rough terrain, bumps in the road, potholes. It all rides extremely smooth. I think the cool factor of the bike is really high, and part of that cool factor is the big headlight on front. To me, it looks like a motorcycle headlight, and that's basically what it is. It's nice and bright, it works really well at night, and it helps you to be seen. Speaking of being seen, this also has a brake light on the rear, which is very nice when you're riding around on the road. It does have a 750 watt peak motor, and the battery is actually removable, which is nice. It's locked in place with a key that comes with the bike, and you can turn the battery on and off as well as the bike too. Now this isn't just powered by the throttle on the electric system. You can do pedal assist as well with a 7-speed transmission, and if you use the pedal assist, you really can take the bike as far as your body will let you go with that boosted assist, and you'll get 10 times the amount of distance on the bike compared to just using the battery itself. Again, they say that it maxes out at 20 miles an hour with throttle only, with 28 miles an hour with pedal assist, but I consistently see myself pushing 25 up to 29 miles an hour with throttle only. The battery is a 624 watt hour, 48 volt, 13 amps, or to those of you that do RC stuff, that would be 13,000 milliamps. The peak power is 500 watts with a 750 watt peak and the throttle is like a motorcycle or dirt bike. It is a half twist throttle on the right side. The hill climbing, it says the capability is a 20% incline. I think that's pretty accurate. I don't struggle on this going uphill at all. It does slow down, but it handles it really well. Now, in case you're curious, the frame of the bike is iron, which means I have things that are magnetic that can clip onto it, like my 360 camera, although it didn't clip on really well because I was off-roading, so I just used my hat to clip that on. But it's nice. It's very, very heavy. It feels like it's made like a tank. In fact, Abby has ridden it around. It's tough, right? I mean, that thing is like the toughest bike we've ever.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
The tires are 20 by 4 inch air filled tires. They're fat tires. Now, this is a little unfortunate. I wanted to hit 100 miles on this bike to do the video review. That was my goal, so I didn't want to just come out of this video and like have 0 miles and give an opinion of something. My goal was to get 100 miles on this before ever doing this video. Unfortunately, we're at like 94 miles on the odometer, and that's because last fall, right around the time that I was pushing to hit that 100-mile marker, we got a flat tire. I was riding it somewhere, I pulled into a friend's driveway, and when I left, the tire was just flat. So I had to replace the inner tube, and Abby, do you remember what that cost, even through their website? It was like under 20 bucks, right? So it's really cheap to replace. The display on the bike is very nice and intuitive, and it's very bright. So even in the bright of the day in direct sunlight, I can see it really well. I think that's important because it does dim when you turn the headlight on. So if you're going to run with the headlight on like during the day, it makes it a little harder to see, but it's a nice feature that dims it at night so it's not extremely bright and in your face. But if the headlight's off and the display is at full brightness, it's extremely easy to see. I don't feel like I have to put my hand over it or anything like that. So that's good for safety. The display shows multiple things, but I think the most important thing is your total miles that you have logged on the bike. It also shows how fast you're going accurately, and it shows your battery life and how hard the motor is working. So if you're in a full incline and you're full throttle, you can look down and see that, hey, it's giving you all she's got. The full power is there. But also, it's nice to know how much juice is left. Now, I did notice when it gets down to about 2 bars, you lose power. You can feel the loss of power, and everything does slow down. And when you get down to that 2 bars, it is definitely time to start thinking about pedal assist to use that extra battery to get you back home so you can charge again. So if you're like me and you just like cruising around with just the throttle, if you get down to 2 bars, seriously think about starting to do pedal assist and head home because you probably don't have a lot of juice left. Now, I do want to talk about assembly because some assembly is required when you get this. It's not major, but you have to expect that it doesn't just come in one piece. I think this realistically took me about an hour and a half to put together, and I've never really assembled anything quite like it because it's so large and so heavy. I did do it 100% on my own, and I did it in my living room, which was a bad idea because when I was putting it together, that's when that front shock actually leaked a few drops, so Abby wasn't thrilled about that.
Right on the white carpet.
But
don't ask me why we have white carpet.
It came in the house when we bought it. There's very little adjustment available on this. Like a traditional bike, you can raise the seat up and down, and sometimes you can adjust handlebars, especially kids' bikes. But on this one, it's not so easy to adjust. You can adjust the shocks, but that doesn't give you much in the form of height adjustment. So for me, I can ride it very comfortably. Right. Abby rides it.
I can hardly touch, and I'm on my tippy toes, almost falling over. Typically, I have to like completely go flat-footed, and then my other foot is like way off the ground if I have to come to a complete stop. And it's very difficult to ride for me, but I can do it. But
to stop and start, but to ride is good, right?
I have to stop and start. It's difficult.
And how tall are you?
I'm above average for a girl.
I, being 6'4", greatly appreciate the height of this bike. So I think realistically, is this made for like kids? No, I think it's made for tall adults, and its performance is spot on for that. If you're after something, you know, every e-bike that I've ever ridden just feels I feel a little scrunched up on it. I do not on this. I really enjoy riding it. It almost feels motorcycle-esque. It's extremely cool in my opinion. And I think in a nutshell, that's kind of the importance of this video. Sometimes if we do RC videos, we like to talk about who it's for and the pros and cons. So as we just kind of said, this is really designed to be for adults, or at least tall young adults. Really tall teenagers could ride this just fine. As long as you're tall, I think you'd handle it no problem. And the reason we got it is to upgrade our e-bike game. I had a traditional looking bicycle, but it's actually an e-bike, and I do want that to go to the channel eventually. I keep telling you it's a hay bike. I'll tell you guys all about it. And it had some bigger cons than I would have liked. Like the screen basically went out on it just because I left it parked in the sun for a couple hours. That's the hay bike, and eventually it'll make it. So I wanted to upgrade my e-bike game, and that's what this did for me. And when I look around online, I don't see anything else quite like this for an individual rider, or potentially two riders, on-road and off-road capabilities. And honestly, it comes in at a really good price, in my opinion, being under $1,000. When I talk to people around here locally and they ask how much it is, and I say that number, most people are like, you know, that's really not too bad. And I genuinely feel that way about it too. I look at that and think it has to be a $1,200 to maybe $1,500 bike, and it was $1,900 when it came out. But right now it's around that $850, $900 price point, and I think with any luck, Abby might have a coupon code possibly for that. If not, there might be an actual sale in the link, which is directly on their website, in our description box below. This was a lot of fun to do this on the channel. It's definitely not RC content, but the first scooter we put on the channel, you guys all said you wanted to see more content like this, and so because this is something that's useful in our lives and we wanted one for us anyway, we thought we would kill two birds with one stone and tell you all about it on the channel. So hopefully you enjoyed this content. I want to say massive thanks to God for blessing us with the time to get in front of the camera and share this experience with you guys, and let you know that if you want something that's super fun, super useful, way slower, way shorter range, but it has the basket on the back, and you want to get your feet wet in the e-bike world, we'll have our scooter video that I was talking about earlier popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.